Right. We're gonna discuss how you can speak this language fluently, how you're going to accomplish this language, how you're going to accomplish fluency in this language. And the method I'm going to discuss in this video is very simple, but it's not easy. The method I'm going to give you is not easy. It's simple. It's simple. It's frustrating. It takes time, but you are going to accomplish fluency in this language. You have to you have to do this, you have to do that, and if you and once you do it for long enough, you're going to rewire your brain subconsciously. And once you rewire your brain subconsciously, you are going to speak this language fluently. In fact, you're going to match the natives. Your speaking is going to match the natives, like how natives speaks. You're going to speak like them. If you just if you just stick to this method for 50 days, if you stick to this method for 50 days, you're going to speak fluently like natives. But the catch is, are you really going to stick to this method? Because this method is super boring and frustrating. You're gonna feel like, I don't want to do this. This method is boring, frustrating. I'm kind of feel like I'm not getting there. This kind of thoughts will appear in your head. If you stick to the if you stick to this method for 10 days, when you start to incorporate this practice in your English learning, you might feel motivated to do this because you want to improve your English, right? You might feel motivated because you want to improve your English. But after 10 days, you're gonna start losing the motivation you have. Literally, you're gonna start losing the motivation you have because of no progress. Because of no progress. And let me tell you this, the progress is happening in your subconscious mind, not in your conscious brain. It co- you've been speaking this language consciously for, I don't know, 2, 3 years. You are not speaking this language naturally. You are forcing your conscious brain to speak this language. And if you apply this method, which rewires your brain, you're going to speak this language naturally, like how native flows when they speak. That's This is the method that child uses unintentionally to learn a language. Think about your childhood. How did you learn your first language? Think about it. It's the one thing. It's the one thing, and it's this repetitive exposure. Repetitive exposure. You are surrounded with the language. You're surrounded by the language that you will speak when you grow up. And it's the same you have to do with this language, English. Now, I'm not trying to say that you should go to English speaking country and try to socialize with English people. No, I'm not saying that at all. All I'm saying is you need to surround yourself. You need to give your subconscious brain repetitive exposure. Exposure. And the only way you can do that is by one movie, watching a movie 15 times. Watching a movie 50 times. The only way you are going to rewire your brain is by watching a movie 50 times. If you watch a movie 50 times, I know this, it's not possible to watch a movie 50 times a day. It's going to take 50 days, and even if you try to watch a movie for 50 days, it's gonna get boring. You're gonna feel frustrated, right? But that's when real rewiring happens. If you keep watching a movie, if you keep watching a movie for 15 days, you're gonna rewire your brain. You're gonna rewire your brain. The sentences will embedded sentences will be embedded in your subconscious brain. And next time, and when you are in a conversation, you're trying to have a conversation with some people, you will pull out the sentences that was deeply embedded in your subconscious mind. That's how powerful this method is. This is the method child used unintentionally. I'm not saying intentionally because they are not that intelligent to use this method use this method intentionally, right? They are childs. They're not that smart. They're not that intelligent. They're early to the life. This is the one single method they have to speak their language, and this is the one method you have to use to speak this language. Repetitive exposure. Watch one movie for 15 days along with other English content, and you will see how far you have come. You'll surpass the 99% learners. After 15 days, you will have, after 15 days, you eventually have reprogrammed your brain to speak this language naturally. And you don't need to force your conscious brain to speak this language. You don't need to force your conscious brain to find the right word, perfect word, whatever. None of that. None of that. You sit down to have a conversation with someone and you pull off sentences after sentences after sentences because your subconscious mind got rewired by repetitive exposure to this language. Right. I wanna speak. No, I'm not going to get off the track. That's how powerful this method is.